Hello guys, today is Sunday and I am proofreading. It is I think about 4 p.m. or a little bit after 4 p.m. and it is the most beautiful, glorious day outside. Blue skies, clear, you can see not a cloud in the sky. It's sunny, it's gorgeous. My dogs are barking. Ignore that. Wow, they're really barking down there. They're down there in the fence. I don't know. But anyways, the trees are blooming and it's beautiful. So anyways, yes, I'm proofreading. This is how far I've gotten. I'm on page 30 out of 410. So the going is slow, but that's okay. I haven't been reading all day, obviously. So, yeah, my plan was to finish this today, but that's not going to happen. So I do need to finish it so that I can send out ARCs. But my goal is to send out the ARCs on Tuesday or Wednesday at the latest. So we're going to see how far I get today. And then I do have to finish one assignment, which I'm going to sit out here and finish really quick. And then I'm going to get back to proofreading. But I just wanted to check in with you guys and let you know how it's going. So yeah, wish me luck. So I'm in the library and I'm the only one here, but I just got an email that my hardcover shipped from Ingram Spark in Tennessee and it's going to be here on Wednesday. Today's Monday and I'm so thankful to God that it's coming because as I shared this past weekend, I was so stressed that it wasn't going to arrive in time and it's going to be here on Wednesday hopefully, and it's like such a relief because that gives me enough time to make sure the formatting is okay and upload the final copy by the 22nd. So praise God, I'm so excited. Today is Tuesday and I was supposed to have the ARCs to them. Yesterday was my goal. Today was like the last day, but I'm definitely not gonna have it to them today. I don't even think I'll have it to them tomorrow. So I'm trying to decide whether I want to send them the book the way that it is now, which is how I send it to my sensitivity readers. And even though there's typos, just have them review it that way and just tell them that the ARC is the uncorrected proof. But I really hope that I could send them the version without any typos, but at this point it's taking me longer than I thought, so I might end up having to send them the ARC with the typos, but I really don't want to do that. So I'm gonna go home, and even though I'm super tired, I'm gonna proofread, and I'm really I'm excited. I like reading the book. It's really exciting to read it cover to cover in a real book format. So I'm excited to do it, but I just need to go home and spend a few hours doing that. Things are so crazy busy between like school and teaching and then trying to release a book and all of that, and we're getting down to the wire here. So I mean, obviously I still have over a month left until release, but things feel like time feels like it's moving by so fast and things seem like they're happening fast, and I feel like I can't catch up with the days. So I'm trying to get things done, and I really need to get the proofreading done so that I'll have the final version to upload as soon as possible so that they can process it and it will be ready for me to order my hardcovers so that I can sign those. So yeah. So today is Wednesday and it's Wednesday evening and I taught today and I just want to take a nap, but I'm not. I'm going to proofread and then I'm gonna worry about my homework tomorrow because there's quite a bit of it, but I'm gonna do that tomorrow and I'm gonna just proofread for the rest of the night. And I only proofread 2 chapters yesterday. And I was considering just taking that clip out and pretending like I never even said I was going to proofread last night. But I want this to be an honest vlog about the process, so I left it in. And I just wanted to be honest that I didn't proofread hardly at all. And then my hardcover got deferred till tomorrow, so it was supposed to come today, but then the shipping needed an extra day. So it's going to be here tomorrow. And I'm so excited, but I'm also super, super nervous. I was getting really nervous today because I just really, really, really hope the formatting is okay. All right, I have it right here. But first, can we just agree that this is the most incredible day? It is so nice, sunny, breezy, as you can tell, but it's so beautiful. And I have my hardcover. I am so excited to see this with the art under the dust jacket and the extras in the back and the dust jacket and everything. And I'm so excited to see what this is gonna look like. And I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Holding this hardcover is honestly the most surreal thing ever. And the formatting is perfect. Like, praise God, the formatting is perfect. The extras, the exclusive extras in the back look great. The cover looks great. The spine is cut off just at the right place. The back looks great. Like, I could not have, like, done it better. It's perfect. It's literally perfect. There we have them. We have the paperback and we have the hardcover. Oh my gosh. And then for the hardcover we have, I'll just go ahead and show it to you now. Dust jacket. Dust jacket. Full color photo, which is super fun. And then under the dust jacket, we have the art. And on the back, here, let me just take the dust jacket off. There we go. And then the full dust jacket looks like this. Happy Friday! Today is Friday, April 19th, and tomorrow will mark 5 weeks out from release. Woo. And I need to proofread. I am like a whole week behind because I was supposed to send the ARCs out to my ARC readers on Monday and it's now Friday. And I'm still only on page like 100 of 410. So that's what I'm gonna do this weekend, but I do have homework that I have to do today, and it's about 7:30 p.m. So I'm gonna drive home, then I need to make dinner, and then I'm going to work on some homework, but then I'm gonna proofread for several hours tonight, and then proofread tomorrow, proofread on Sunday, and then if I need to on Sunday, and then I'm sending it out on Sunday to my ARC readers so that gives them at least, it will give them about 5 weeks. Minus 1 day if I send it out on Sunday, but that will give them 5 weeks to read and post a review. So yeah, it's disappointing that I didn't send the ARCs out before, but there's been a lot going on this week. I got my hardcover and a bunch of other things, so it's been an exciting week, still a lot going on, but there's times when I definitely could have proofread, and that's just part of, you know, figuring out how to be dedicated and how to stick to a schedule as an author. And now that I'm published and gonna be published, I also need to start writing the second book. And, you know, I'm gonna have actual deadlines that cannot be moved in my career. And so it's just about figuring out how to manage my time and meet all those deadlines. And I didn't meet this deadline, but that's okay. My ARC readers are very gracious. I sent them an email out on Monday, so they know that they're getting it this weekend. So everything is okay. The hardcover was perfect, and so I'm happy and I'm excited and things are going well, praise God. And this weekend I'm gonna be sending out the ARCs, and I'm super excited to see the reviews start coming in. And I know that some of them might be 1 and 2 stars, but that's okay, because like I said earlier in this video, I'm still so excited and still holding on to those 4 and 5 star reviews, and I just can't wait for this book to be out. So yeah. One thing that I also wanted to say, I'm going to pop up some comments and different things throughout this video that people have sent to me just to show appreciation for all of these people. Obviously I'm going to blur out the names, so it's not specifically for those people, but just like the community at large who has supported me because this is honestly the craziest thing. I mean, I've been in the writing community for years and years, but just, it's one thing for people to follow me and like my posts and share, which I love and I'm so grateful for, but it's another thing for people to actually spend their hard-earned money to purchase the book. And that's what touches my heart so much, is the comments and the support and the love and the people who share with their friends, but it's also the people who are buying and pre-ordering and who are so excited, and that is just so crazy to me. You know, and it's so incredible to have this support and to see all these comments. Like, I'm constantly amazed every time I post something about the book that people, how many people comment and share and send me, you know, DMs on Instagram, and it's just so incredibly sweet. And the messages I've gotten from people have been so amazing. People who have said that I inspire them, that they're a young writer and they want to be published, people who can't wait to be where I am, and people whose friends have sent them my posts and said that the book was good, and then they, you know, their friend didn't realize that they were already following me and stuff like that. So it's just so sweet and amazing to hear from all of these different people. But I did just want to say, for those people that message me and say, I can't wait to be where you are at, or that I inspire them, first of all, what an honor and what a blessing to be able to do that. But I also just want to encourage you that if you're in that place where you're looking at me and you're like, wow, I cannot wait to be where she is, like, I'm still in the earliest part of my journey. Like, this is my first book, my debut, but I've been writing for 10 years, and I'm not saying that every single author's journey is the same, because it's not, but this took a long time. This was not an overnight success. I don't even really consider myself an overnight success anyways. But if you're looking at me and you're wondering, how is she getting people to buy the book, and how are people following and sharing, and she has so much growth and her platform is growing and all of that, like, how is she doing that, and how did she design her cover, and blah, you know, all those questions that you might be thinking. It took time. This did not happen in a year, this did not happen in a month, this did not happen in a day, this did not happen in 2 years, this happened over 10 years. And God gave me some gifts that I'm grateful for, but I put in a lot of work, and I've cried a lot of tears and spent a lot of late nights to get to where I am, and I'm just at the beginning. I mean, I always like to say I'm not really at just the beginning, because again, I've put in all this time, but I really am just at the beginning of this career and this journey in a lot of ways. And so I want to encourage you that if you are discouraged by seeing other people, don't be encouraged by them, because they were where you are at one point. I was where you are. I was a beginner. I had no idea what I was doing, and some days I still feel like I have no idea what I am doing, and the learning curve is very sharp, and I've made a lot of mistakes that I will share in future YouTube videos. And I know that this clip is long, but it's important because I want to encourage you that if you want to be an author but you're discouraged or you feel like it will never happen, I have been there, and I'm on the other side of some of that now, and I know there will still be discouragement in my future, but I'm on the other side of a lot of that discouragement now, and it might seem like I'm on cloud 9 and everything is going so great and all these amazing things are happening, but I've been at some really low points in my journey. So I relate and I empathize with you, but if you want it, then persevere. Because I could have given up so many times. And if you followed me on YouTube, you know I've shared a lot of the stories. I've had a lot of discouragement in my journey. A lot of things that fell through. But, you know, yes, so many amazing blessings are happening right now, and so many amazing things are happening right now. But I got to where I am by going through those valleys. You know, I'm on a mountaintop right now, but I had to go through those valleys. I had to go through those dark places, that discouragement and the hard stuff and the tears in order to get here. So if that's where you are, I'm cheering you on, and persevere through those valleys, because one day when you stand on the mountain, it's gonna feel so good. Okay, so I know that this is kind of like a messy bun, getting work done kind of day, but I have got to share with you guys. Oh, okay, so I reached out to a local bookstore, indie bookstore, that I have loved for years, and I go there all the time. And I reached out to them, and I just made a phone call, which I was very nervous for and very scared, but I did the thing, and I called them and I asked if they would be interested in carrying What Lies Above whenever it releases, and they said that they would love to, because they love supporting local authors, and that they would also love to have a COVID-safe sidewalk event potentially, and have a signing, and get the local newspaper to come and the local news station. And I almost freaked out on the phone, but I had to like be calm, and obviously nothing is guaranteed, but they said they want to start off selling 5 copies and have an event and see where it goes. And this is what I opened to, okay? So first, in my timeline, and then I scroll down a little bit, and there we go. It's just so crazy to see it like in my normal feed. In case you guys are wondering what my real day-to-day life is like, I'm sitting in my car at my university, eating my dinner that I just bought here, even though I don't even live on campus, because I'm about to go into the library where I spend a lot of my time because there's only 2 weeks left of school and things are getting down to the wire and I have a lot of stuff to do. And then on top of that, I'm also publishing, you know, a book. I have them here because I went to, so there's a lot of backstory with this, and I haven't recorded in a few days because today is now Wednesday of the next week and I haven't finished proofreading this. I haven't even really proofread any beyond what I had on Sunday. And I need to send it to my ARC readers, and I'm really trying not to get discouraged, but it's really hard to describe how I feel right now because like I do feel discouraged, but it's hard to explain. I guess I'll explain what happened first, but a local bookseller where I live, I had called them over the weekend, and I think I shared this before over the weekend, how they wanted to have an event and like buy the book and all of that. And I guess my celebrating was a little bit too premature because I went and met with them today and showed them books, and they want to carry it, but I did the number crunching and they do a 60-40 royalties, and this is where we're getting into the realistic view of what it's like to be an author, because for those of you that don't know, authors don't make hardly anything, which is really discouraging for me because like, let's just take the paperback because that's what they want to carry, since that's what they say sells best at their stores, paperback. So let's take this paperback, okay? I wrote it, formatted it, designed the cover, like did everything. I didn't hire anyone to do anything really. And I don't say that out of arrogance at all. I just say it to show you all that like I didn't, like I'm not sharing the profit with anyone. So in traditional publishing, you know, you're sharing the profit with like your cover designer and your agent and your publisher and your marketing team and all of that. But for me, I don't have any of that. It's just me. I'm a one-woman show. The only person I'm sharing the profit with is Ingram Spark for these editions and the bookstore. And at the end of the day, for them to sell a paperback with me taking out my fixed cost of having the books sent to me from Ingram Spark, which not only am I paying for the printing cost, which is pretty low on a paperback that the list price is $15, I pay $6 for the printing fee per book. But then on top of that, I have to pay for shipping, I have to pay the taxes and fees, handling fees, all of that. So to buy 18 books, which is how many fit in one box, I end up paying per book about $8, and I think it's $8 and something cents. And then if the bookstore turns around and carries the paperback on their shelves and sells them, they'll sell them for the list price of $14.99. They would get 40% of that sale. I would get 60% of that sale. 60% of a $15 sale is about $9, which means if you calculate it the way that I calculated it and everything, I would make 20 cents. So yeah, it's hard. But one of the things that might turn it around is that I do pay more for the shipping because I wanted to get it insured, to have insurance on it in case the post office lost the box. But if I pay for the cheapest option of shipping, it's not insured, which means if they lose it, I would take the cost. Which if I order a carton of 18, the cost is like $200 something. So I would take on the cost of that. But if they don't lose it, you know, which would be ideal, then I would get more of a profit per book because I'm paying less overall, which whenever you split it up per book, the average is going to be more. So if I just pay the basic shipping, there is a risk that it gets lost, but apparently the risk is very small, and a lot of other authors just pay basic shipping. instead of the expedited insured shipping, then I would make, if I sold it through my local bookseller, I would make about $1.20. I think I need to crunch the numbers again, but I would make about $1.20 per book, which is better, but still, like, I know that most traditional authors, like traditionally published authors, make about 10% of their book sale. So for this book, which the list price is $14.99, that means that I should make about $149. So to be making $120 is still in the, you know, in that range, but 20 cents is obviously not. So there's just a lot of, like, I have to make the decision of, do I want to sell the book for $1.20 in the bookstore and get that, like, publicity and everything, and have an event with press and all of that. But I live in a small town, so it's not like I live in a huge town, like city, where there's going to be a lot of people. But I mean, I still think that the turnout might be okay, you know, with the press and everything, and I would make some sales. But I just have to make these executive decisions, which is part of being an indie author. Whenever I first got back to my car, I wanted to cry, to be honest. I really did. But a lot of things have fallen through. A lot of my plans in life have fallen through, and I've almost become not used to it. Like, I don't expect for things to fall through, but I've almost become used to it in a way. And I've also realized that even whenever everything fell apart, ultimately everything is falling into place, and ultimately there's a purpose for everything. And I know that everything's gonna work out. By the time that you are watching this vlog, it will have been release day already, and everything will have worked out somehow, you know? So right now, though, I don't know what that future is going to look like. So, you know, you guys will get to find out in however many minutes. But for me, it's going to be weeks of waiting to see how this is all going to play out. You know, and my release date is now 4 weeks from Saturday. So we are really getting down to the wire. I need to finish proofreading this. I need to get my arcs out. There's just a lot going on that I feel super behind on. And then this kind of happened, and it's just discouraging. So that's where we're at. I'm pushing through, and I know that everything happens, you know, ultimately for good, or I learn from it and I grow stronger. And I think that that's good too, even if it's sad. And you know, ultimately everything will fall into place the way that God has meant for it to happen. So I just have to trust that. Today is Saturday, and I am about this far. Well, Lace Above releases 4 weeks from today, so it's getting close, and it's so surreal. And more people are still ordering the signed hardcovers, because that ends a week from today. Everyone has to have their orders in by Friday, and so yeah, it's just so special. You know, on release day, I'm literally releasing it out into the world, and I'm letting it go, and I'm gonna let it live and breathe out in the world with you guys, with readers. And that's super, super exciting and special to me. And I'm very, very, very grateful. You guys, I wrote this and I'm still like so invested and shocked when things happen. I think I'm already having a little bit of imposter syndrome with just worrying that I won't be able to write another book again. But I'm so excited to jump in, and I know that it will come back to me, and I just have to have faith in that and have faith in these characters, that they'll speak to me like they did with this book. Not me wearing the same exact sweatshirt as yesterday. This is what it's like to be in the editing cave, you guys, as an author, okay? It's all right. So I finished, and I love this book with my whole heart. With my whole heart. Okay. It
It is about 12:34 a.m. on Tuesday, and I am getting so stressed. I'm talking quietly because everyone else is asleep, but okay. I really put myself in a bad place because I should have done this before. At this point, I can't really go back and change it, but I finished proofreading this weekend, and I physically didn't have time to make the changes. What is today? Well, no, it's not Tuesday. I mean, technically now it's Tuesday, but it's Monday. I've been up till 12:34 a.m., so it's Monday. I physically couldn't make the changes today because I got up at 6 a.m. I went to my school where I teach and I taught. Then I left school. I went to the library so that I could do some of my homework assignments. Then I left the library at 9 o'clock when it closed, and they literally had turned out the lights. So I was there literally until they closed. Came home, ate dinner at 10 p.m. and then I went through all of the changes. I have it right here in the book with my mom, because my mom has been reading the book for the first time. She said she found a few proofreading things. She hasn't finished it, so she only did the first 20 chapters, but she said she had some proofreading things, so we went over each page together that she had notes for, and I went and put them in the book along with all my other comments. And so now what I'm gonna do is sit here for however long it takes and make all the changes in the hardback, paperback, and ebook files, because I've already formatted them. And usually you would just have one file fully, edit it, and then you would make the files for each one, but I've already formatted them. So I need to go into each individual file and make the changes 3 times. Oh, I forgot, I have to copyright it. Oh my goodness. Okay, I have to copyright the book too once it's finalized. Okay, but what I'm really stressed about is that release day is 3 weeks from Saturday. Oh my goodness, guys. It just creeped up on me, flew up on me, and I should have finished the proofreading for this book before so that I could upload it to the sites, because they recommend that you upload the book a month before your release date to make sure that Ingram Spark and Amazon have time to approve the new file and have time to print the books for their distribution. So with Ingram Spark, they go on ahead and print the books up to 3 weeks in advance of release day so they can send them to Amazon. For example, the hardcovers, they need to send them to Amazon, Book Depository, Barnes & Noble. People have already pre-ordered the book in all those places, I know, because they've told me. And so Ingram Spark prints those and distributes them 3 weeks in advance, which means that my book needs to be fully edited, typo-free, ready to go, 3 weeks in advance, and it takes them several days to approve it. So if you do the math there, if my book releases 3 weeks from Saturday, they don't work on the weekends. I needed to have this uploaded last week. I was supposed to send out those ARC copies to ARC readers 2 weeks ago. This makes me look like such an unprofessional person, but I want to be really honest with y'all, because for those of you that don't know, I'm also still a student. I have 21 credit hours this semester, 2 internships. I teach all day Monday, Wednesday. I am literally exhausted all the time. And then this weekend, I basically spent, as you guys saw, the whole weekend reading this. So I just checked Ingram Spark's website, and they said that they don't start printing the books until 10 business days before the release day, not 3 weeks. Then that means that I have more time than I thought. So praise God. Hopefully Ingram Spark is telling me the truth. I'm so tired. It is 2:30 a.m. and I'm about halfway done going through, and I can barely keep my eyes open. Going through and making the changes. So I still have to finish, and then I still have to email it to my ARC readers, and I have to wake up in 4 hours. So I'm definitely not going to be getting that much sleep.
don't know how much longer I can keep up this pace. I'm running on 3 hours of sleep. I have been wearing my mask for like 12 hours, which is why you can see that right there. And I had 4 classes from, I left the house at 7 a.m. and it's 7 p.m. and I just finished teaching for 3 hours, which I love teaching, but it's definitely, you know, having I have 21 credit hours. I'm a full-time student, 2 internships, and I teach, and releasing a book and having like interviews to keep up with, deadlines to meet. My ARC readers I feel so horrible for, because, you know, I had intended to send them the ARC like 2 weeks ago, which I sent them an email letting them know, like I haven't just left them out in the cold, but I just feel bad having to keep delaying it because of personal circumstances and things. But I'm really so tired. Like, if I close my eyes I could just fall asleep. And like, I'm really a positive person. I try to always be upbeat, but I'm pulling at every last ounce of strength that I have right now to get to release day, to get to the end of the semester, to get to the summer. And, you know, I've always loved school. I love teaching. That's my passion. I love writing. That's my passion. But I have no energy left. I just need to take a moment and breathe, drive home, listen to some music, say a prayer. So I'm just pushing through one day at a time.
Hey guys, so I'm still sick a little bit at least, but I think I'm getting better. I'm just really exhausted today, so I'm just trying to take a more easy day, and then tomorrow is Saturday, so I'm gonna work on a lot of homework tomorrow, but today I'm just not. Last night I stayed up pretty late and I finished all the edits in the paperback and the hardcover, and I found a few more typos in the ebook, so I did that. Then I re-uploaded the files to Drafted Digital for ebook, Amazon for ebook, Amazon for paperback, Ingram Spark for paperback, and Ingram Spark for hardcover. I submitted my files late last night, and whenever I got up this morning, I checked the my email at like 8:10 after I'd gotten up and everything, and they had already approved the paperback and the hardcover files. So that was such a blessing, and that means that now I can approve my e-proofs, and on Monday I can order all my copies. And as of right now, I think I've sold 40 signed hardcovers, which my secret goal was 50. I never shared that because I'm genuinely happy with any amount that I had sold, because this is my debut, and you know, just having the book out in the world is such a blessing already. And then I'm also going to order some paperback copies, because I think I have decided that I do want to sell my copies in the brick and mortar store, and I found out a way to make a little bit more, so I'll be making, I think, $1.15 instead of 20 cents, and so that's good. But I need to order a box of those. Just taking things a day at a time, trying to stay positive. There's a lot going on, some difficult stuff going on, but you know, I'm still excited about this book release, and I'm really, really grateful for all of the support, the amazing support that I've gotten. I've gotten so much support, people DMing me. I've sent out my ARC copies, and some of my ARC readers have already messaged me saying that they love it so far and they're hooked, and that's just so awesome to hear, and I can't wait for this book to be out. So yeah, we're getting close, guys. 3 weeks from tomorrow.